Hello, good morning. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning where I'm at. In this video, I want to talk about priorities. What does priority mean to you? How to get the most out of a day, and a lot more from this really good book that I've been reading called The One Thing. Before I begin, down below in the description, there's a link, and if you do click on it, there's really some training on how someone like yourself can make a lot of money using social media, which can be helpful. We live in a time where there's so many distractions, right? Everybody fights for your attention. The older we get, it seems there's more and more piled on what we believe simply must get done. Overbooked, overextended, overcommitted. In the weeds we become. And this is normal. You see this all the time. I mean, you look at people on the freeway, they're shaving and driving. Everybody's just trying to multitask, doing too much. Lacking a clear formula for making decisions, a lot of people, what happens is they get reactive. They fall back on what's familiar, um, and a couple of ways to decide what to do. Okay, as a result, a lot of people haphazardly select approaches that undermine their success. They're not the best approaches. Pinballing through the day like a confused character in a B horror movie. A lot of us, we end up doing busy work. It's not really that important. What do you think about that, huh? How about your own life? Do you do a lot of busy work that's just not that important, but you feel like you have to get it done? Like your checklist, doot, 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 doot. The best decision gets traded for any decision, and what should be progress simply becomes a trap. A trap. So when everything feels urgent and important, everything seems equal, we become active and busy, but this doesn't actually move us any closer to success. Activity is often unrelated to productivity, and businesses rarely take care of business. As Henry David Thoreau said, it's not enough to be busy. So are the ants. Ants are busy. The question is, what are we busy about? Knocking out 100 tasks for whatever the reason is a poor substitute for doing one thing, that's right, one task that's meaningful. Not everything matters equally, and success is not a game won by whoever does the most. Yet, that is exactly how most people play on a daily basis. The problem with trying to do too much is that even if it works, adding more to your work in your life without cutting anything brings a lot of bad with it. Missed deadlines, disappointing results, high stress, long hours, lost sleep, poor diet, no exercise, and missed moments with your family and your friends, the people that really do matter a lot. So when you go as small as possible, you'll be staring at one thing a day. And that's the point. Highly successful people know this. So every day they line up their priorities anew, fresh anew, and find the lead domino and then just whack it, boom, until it falls down. Look behind any story of extraordinary success, and the one thing is always there. Okay, it shows up in life of any successful business or in the professional life of anyone successful. It also shows up around personal passions and skills. We each have passions and skills, but you'll see extraordinarily successful people with one intense emotion or one learned ability that shines through. And that really drives them more than anything else. I don't know, you think that's true? I think there's a lot of truth to that. Going small is ignoring all the things you could do and doing what you should do. Okay? It's recognizing that not all things matter equally. And finding the one thing that matters most, well, that's everything. It's a tighter way to connect what you do with what you want. It's realizing that extraordinary results are directly determined by how narrow you can make your focus. The way to get the most out of your work in your life is to go as small as possible. So here's the question, the very good question. This is a question which I've been asking myself a lot. what's the one thing you could do today that by doing it, everything else would be easier or unnecessary? It's a good question, right? What is that one thing? Do it today, like right now, after you watch this video, that by doing everything else would be easier or unnecessary. Well, it's a good question. Anyways, if you are interested in, well, I hope you like this video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button. If you are interested in, making some extra money on the side, maybe that is one of the top priorities. Some extra money in your life could be very, very helpful. I mean, who wants to struggle paying for things? And whether we like to believe it or not, money is important. I mean, you have a lot more options with money. If money doesn't matter, then how do you eat? You're telling me the person who is on the farm and cooks all your food and everything doesn't, it's not important? It's like, no, they work hard. Um, so money is important, and having some extra money on the side can be very, very helpful. Okay, so if that is your thing, and if you're interested in making some extra money on the side, I highly do believe in the right education can make all the difference in the world when it comes to that, because it's a shortcut. And if you try to figure out it on your own, it's like going the long way. You're gonna make all these mistakes, and I know from experience, I I did a lot of wrong things when it comes to affiliate marketing and internet marketing to make money, and I hit myself over the head a bunch of times. So learning someone who's really, really good, it's like a mentor, mentoring you, who's one of the best, um, is so helpful. Okay, so trust me on that. Okay, and if you want to learn more, simply click that link below. Um, and the most important thing is to take action, because make a decision. With myself, I've been trying to make more decisions. When I have 40 to 70% of the information, I make a decision. I learned that quote from somebody. I forget who it was. And after 70%, it's just too much. You get too much information. But anyways, I wish you the best, and have a wonderful rest of your day. And take care. And bye.